James has been assassinated. His body is displayed in public to show the viciousness of the quickly-to-become martyr king. And then the next stage, to the place that has so far been relatively invisible in all of the story we've told, the Charterhouse itself. James is taken down to the priory that he had founded with Jo, and the place that he intended to be buried in, where he'd actually started the construction of his tomb years before he was actually going to be put into it. And it's there in what would actually, we're used to state funerals. It would have been a relatively private affair because the church was smaller than this. You could have fitted the priory church probably into the nave where you're sitting, but right at the centerpiece would have been the tomb. We move now to the final segment of the performance, which is Jim Mackintosh again, and this time reading a new poem that he has composed specifically for this evening, inspired by the end of that Charterhouse. The reason why we don't know where the tomb is, because in May 1559, a certain gentleman preached a sermon in this building, which led to the destruction of many of the pre-Reformation churches in Perth, and amongst them, the Charterhouse. Jim.
Thank you, Richard. People of Perth, of what madness must I tell you of today? So many acts of folly, cowardice, malicious intent, and precious few glimpses of defiance, all bound to my imprisoned conscience these past few hours, festering unexpressed shame, vengeful thoughts and sorrows. Sorrows from Blackfriars, sorrows from Charterhouse, from St. John's Kirk, words spewed from Knox's bladed tongue, boiled by guild and trade, shaped by money and mason, consumed by the common, fueling the mob, the unrecognisable faces of my town. What did the darkness, the clouds, the wind and rain tell me? What truths did his sermon tell me? What of the young girl who pulled me to safety? Their proclamation was simple. We are the sorrows of Perth. Today, in this harsh dawn, I'm ashamed to see him embraced by cowardly hearts, yet I too am a coward. I did nothing. I want to scream at the mob, weep at the destruction of difference, shake my fist at the brimming cup of irony, aloft, anointing him. But I shriveled into silence. My mouth was full of feathers. I want to tell you of things that will change tomorrow. I want to tell the mob, my kin, that I'm not afraid. I bear no hatred, for surely we will want our country to live free from the grab and raid of oppression. My kin of Perth, I must tell you of many words not yet learned, truths to be discovered, and shared futures in all the years between our skins and souls, our blood of one colour that knows nothing of flesh-born discriminations, yet understands equally sorrows, triumphs, and everything with which poets, congregations, councils, and mobs must embrace each other. Sometime, someday, perhaps. For now, I only ask for a moment of silence for sorrows and consumed souls. I ask for silence for lost kinfolk and murdered kings. I ask St. John's Town for silence from its noble river to its precious lands. Silence. Let James and Knox both speak through forgiving mouths. Let us all speak again in shared defiance through mouths free from the mob's venom. Together, we must muffle the distant bell of our past sorrows. Thank you.